Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday morning and I am in the process of getting ready to open the store, and I was wanting to show y'all the update on the mums, and we now have gourds and some pumpkins, so I'm gonna show y'all that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna give you a quick update over here. We were able to get another one of the cages taken down last night here in the bunny barn, so we are just one cage away from being able to take that cage down and get this cleaned up and enclosed and used as just extra storage for us. Now, those two rabbits will obviously have a different home. Well, the one on the left is a little girl, and we're going to be keeping her. And the little boy will end up going to a different home. But they're still young, and they're good in those cages until Papa Bear can get me another hutch built. But Vanna, are you resting after your breakfast? Sweet thing. But really, I know that you may have seen the short yesterday, but I was out here feeding the rabbits and I noticed that Thumper, hang on, got a smudge on the camera lens there. Thumper is already building her nest. Look at this. She is hard at work, y'all. Now this is hay. This is the reason why, because I feed pellets and hay as well, but I'm heavier on the hay than the pellets. All the rabbits get some pellets in the morning, but when my does are pregnant, I make sure to keep them stocked on pellets because they don't eat the hay. They tend to just use that for their nest building, and I don't want, I don't want my girls to run out of food. Look at her. She is hard at work. And I think in the short, I said that she had just a little under month. Y'all, I'm sorry. This smudge is driving me crazy. Okay, there we go. That she had just under a month. Dirk pointed out that it's really probably closer to 2.5 weeks that she has left. We do a lot of our shooting, our video recording in batches when we're both off and everything. And it felt like I bred her a lot sooner than I actually had. But I'm going to take y'all down here to the store. This is going to be a really, really short video. I say that, but every time I tell Dirk, okay, I'm going to go shoot a short video, it ends up being 20-25 minutes. But I don't have that much to show y'all today. We got our pumpkin, well, some pumpkins. They're mainly gourds. There's some pumpkins in the mix, and we will be getting more pumpkins. But I know the sun's going to be kind of at an odd angle up there, kind of creating a glare. But show y'all kind of the variety we have. We've sold so many mums. I've tried to kind of just intersperse the pumpkins and the gourds with the mums. But we've got maybe 70 mums left. I don't know why these two are on the ground. But we got home late last night and it was dark, y'all. We had the flashlights out here going to set everything up. And we'll get a lot more actual like Halloween jack-o'-lantern pumpkins as well. That'll probably be, I don't know, within a week or so, we should have a lot of those going. But I've mentioned all of our mums are $8 this year. And then Dirk had a great idea because I said, if we get really busy and I can't necessarily be walking with each customer at the same time, I asked him, I'm trying to get y'all in good lighting. I should have woken up a little bit earlier and done this before the sun was right there. But I asked Dirk, I said, how are we gonna be able to let people know how much everything is without me having to personally walk through and point at every pumpkin or every squash. Because last year the sizes were a lot more defined. We had our minis, we had the pie pumpkins, which were obviously smaller, and then, you know, you had your big old pumpkins and gourds. But he had a great idea, and they'll probably end up being the first ones sold just because. But this one, and then that one, he's like, let's keep those there. And we have several of the same sizes, so if these do get sold, I can swap them out. But we can use this as reference. The smallest one, $3, $5, and for any of the large ones, $7. And the majority, probably 90%, 92% of the pumpkins and gourds that we have right now are going to be this $5 price. We have a few of the larger ones. I mean, you got your big lunch lady gourds and some of the cushaws. And if you don't know, that's a cushaw. Some of those are in the $7 range, but most of them are just $5. We have, where'd they go? A whole bunch of the stackables. Those were a big hit last year. I personally love the warty guys. I think they're cool, but the weirder the better for Mama Bear. But yeah, so that's our updated fall decor for sale. Last year we did have a few small square bales of hay or straw. I forget which Dirk had last, probably straw. I don't know if we'll have any this year or not. He hasn't really said anything about that, but hopefully we can get a few of those in there. Those are usually big sellers for the decor, but I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, considering that we sold so many mums already, it actually worked in our favor. Just with spacing and all that. And now that the mums are spread out a little bit more, it really gives them a chance to spread out and pop open their blooms. One more thing, I promise y'all, before I let y'all go and get the rest of my opening done. Let me show you this crazy volunteer gourd plant. I've mentioned it, I think in one of the videos, maybe two, but look at this sucker. And we were over here last night or yesterday at some point, and we are pretty sure this is one plant, y'all. So I don't even know where this thing originates. It's somewhere over there in that mess. But this thing is taking over my porch, taking over the store porch, all the way out here, and it has a lot of gourds on it already, y'all. I mean, they're everywhere. They kind of blend in since they're green, but let me take y'all over here. Last year it was a little mini pumpkin plant that had volunteered itself right here. And now it's gourds. But yeah. And you can kind of, I was looking, I just don't see a separation of plant. I think that this is all one crazy gourd plant. But it's all over here. It's actually kind of helping out in our favor because we have this huge pile of junk, like junk as in needs to go to the scrapyard, not salvageable, over here. And during the summer, oh look. Look at that sweet bee just getting itself a drink. Nature and all of its critters and animals just fascinate me all. But yeah, we were looking over here. I've lost my train of thought. I don't want to say this. Okay, so yeah, during the summer when everything gets overgrown and we get volunteer plants, it kind of covers up this eyesore, which we do plan on getting rid of this winter. Dirk wanted to do it a little bit earlier in the season, but I told him, you know, with his fear of snakes, it's probably a better idea to wait until winter when everything starts dying off, and then he can just come in there and weed eat all the weeds, dried up weeds down, and no risk of me having to save him from a snake. But that's pretty much all this video is gonna be, y'all. Just a quick little update before I get my store open. And goodness, you'd think I'd learn. All right, so if y'all are in the area, check us out on Facebook. Dirk and Natalie's Treasures is the store name. We have our own Facebook page, and I always update that as well as my own personal page with any updates for the store. We won't be open that much longer this year, y'all. We close in the winter because there's no heat inside, but typically end of October is usually when we close up shop. It'll be here fast, but we're open on Saturdays and Sundays. We do have a couple things coming up the next couple of Saturdays. Will be closed, but I do weekday pickups for mums and fall decor if that's the case. But check us out, come see us, and as always, thank you for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, all that jazz. We love y'all, and like we like to say here on Mama Bear's Homestead and More, keep on keeping on, and have y'all a great and safe weekend.